Yeah. No,
Yeah,
hold him. He likes to be held, okay? You can hold him.
I don't know what Dad would do with it.
You don't have to put him down, okay?
Do what?
Because we all like stuffed animals. I like them. My sister loves them. Or I could just sit.
Falling in love with it already.
I know she did.
It's got a good face on it.
It does.
Oh, that's that.
I'm glad you love it. I can put it
So
next.
have your gingerbread with the big eyeballs, sister.
Hug your stick too. That's good.
Let me tell you something. The gingerbread is cheaper than
It is.
this.
Oh, this?
This costs more, I know.
Yeah, they do. There we go.
The lady said it costs more. Oh, she's licking my toe. I thought she was going to bite it.
There we go. That looks cute.
Christy had me scared at first.
Charlie, I think. There we go.
That's all here. I become pie.
Okay, we're ready for dessert.
Oh, yeah. I never tried the one. I don't think I've ever tried it over at the store today. I'm going to get it. That was fun. Oh, she very short company. It's fun, too. I love the apple cake also. That was good. How big Charlie was.
Really big. Cute.
Would you love to have a dog sometime, Charlie and Crispy? Would you like to have a dog?
He's thinking about that, isn't he? When I mention a dog, it would be a dog that would travel around with us, that likes to ride in the car. That's the kind I want.
Or you could go on trips with it and
Not a big dog. It's got to be medium size.
like we could travel to California or maybe all the other
Or
states.
out in the country?
Around the
Around
country.
area is okay too.
That'd be fun.
But
Or
if you go on a trip, you'd stay in a motel. These two would stay somewhere.
I was thinking we could go there to visit our relatives. Pop by and pay a visit. See how they're doing.
Yeah, probably could.
Yeah, that does sound good.
Okay.
We have something. I like Yogi Bear. He's funny.
And you got the little guys for you.
Lulu. What Yogi sounds like. Oh, he's funny.
Yeah, I can bet it.
This is the life. Big mansion, all of itself.
Now,
Lots of money, no worries, no problems. Not like that windy Johnstone. The mailman. 2 weeks. No letter from Tom. Well, I should worry. If they don't miss me at Jellystone, I won't miss them.
It's been a month since the Ranger left, Yogi.
A month, 2 days, and 6 hours, boo-boo.
Yogi, do you miss Mr. Ranger?
I don't know, but things aren't the same since he left.
Maybe a picnic basket would cheer you up, Yogi.
Picnic basket, yeah. Look, picnic baskets I got till they come out of my ears, boo.
here's the top high. I'm going to see
It's
what
too easy since Mr. Ranger has left.
Oh, it's that grandma
I've been that battle of wits. The Ranger was a worthy adversary, boo. He made each day a real challenge.
But Yogi, you haven't eaten for days. You might get sick.
Don't worry, boo. It's all part of my scheme to get Mr. Ranger back.
2 months without a word from Tom. I'll call him. I'll show them up at Jellystone that being rich and living in a great big hollow mansion hasn't changed me. I'm still good old Jughead Smith.
David, did you just want a pie?
No, it's good to hear from you. Oh, everything is fine. It's fine. Nice crowd this year. Boo-boo, he's looking great.
Gee, Yogi, he's talking to Mr. Ranger.
You didn't want no ice cream on
Thing
it,
about
did you?
Yogi. He hasn't eaten for weeks.
What about you,
David?
David,
To see an awful
Jessica?
picture of the forest wasting away.
Are you wanting to come by with some ice cream on it or yogurt?
Me too.
Ice
Where
cream?
to, Yogi?
Okay, it'll be a small meow.
Oh.
Yogi, dragging himself around the forest. The poor woodland creature. I'll have to go to him. Not because it's Yogi. I do the same for any dumb animal.
What makes you think he's coming, Yogi? the Ranger is one of the good ones, Boop. And here he is. Yogi. Good voice. I know it from somewhere. Oh, yes. It's a nice Mr. Ranger. How are you, sir? Here.
Can't believe how it's so dark.
Oh, you poor woodland creature. You're too weak to walk. Here, let me carry you to your cave and tuck you in bed. I should never have left you, Yogi, but I'm back. And I'll have you up and around in no time. Lots of rest and good food will do it. How about picnic basket, sir? Sure, Yogi, until you get your strength back. This could be the longest convalescence of all time. There's one thing you gotta admit about Yogi. He's smarter than the average ranger.
Average bear.
We interrupt this program for a special announcement. We'll be right back with more classic cartoons after the break.
Evolution of Tom. Early on, Tom moved on 4 legs. And finished the rest. In Collar, The Jetsons was ABC's very first show broadcast on TV.
I want to see.
I think this said
All of those garments are so common.
6 o'clock.
Tell you a secret.
Like I said, it's later than what
Masterclass gives you real skills to move your career forward. Think job interviews,
Giving feedback,
if you're looking for a promotion.
how to negotiate a raise, how to AI talk.
You can do it. Learn from the best at masterclass.com. Something doesn't feel right. I'm really stuck here. I wonder if it's because I'm overpaying for car insurance? Find out if you're getting pulled under on your car insurance at smarterauto.com. In under 2 minutes, we compare over 90 auto insurance carriers so you know if you're overpaying. You could save up to $800 or more when you compare and switch with our trusted partners. That feels good. Find out if you're paying more than you should on car insurance. Shop smarter at smarterauto.com. We're back with more classic cartoons, starting right now. Have you decided where to go on your trip tonight? I'm heading for the moon. I'll be the first lunar lion. He looks more like a lunatic to me. Yay! Exit, stage up. Heavens to asteroids. Us astrocats sure have ups and downs.
Showing the pink. They're showing a pink cat on there now. A pink lion, I think. Pink platypus cat.
Aha! The mailman Thomas, bringing music tidbits from the outer world. Hark! There's a document of some legality. 10,000 tons of board. For capture a big hombre. Bank robber. Heavens to bank balance. $10,000.
Or heavens to best, usually they say, right? What?
Big hombre. Oh, $10,000 of them. You're not thinking of collecting.
That's the word they use in the cartoon.
Harris for fans. I was merely admiring your picture. As a matter of fact, I'd like to order a dozen prints. Glossy even. Say, you're a blind sort of cuss, ain't you? Give a word of cheer. A lend a helping hand. I will dry your tear. I will understand. Then you won't mind babysitting my young'un until I get back, will ya?
Young one.
What young'un may I
What young'un he's talking about?
even? Why, my pride and joy.
Oh,
Little hombre. Wait, I'll get him.
hombre.
Come on out, little hombre.
Little hombre.
Heavens to safety pin. I'm gonna be listening. 10 gallons. I said so.
He said that too.
Put a little hombre, or something will happen to you. Get that? Hey, who do you think you're talking to?
That's what Wolf said. Heavens to Murgatroyd. Is that what you said?
Murgatroyd.
Megatroyd?
Murgatroyd.
Murgatroyd?
It ain't had good Detroit.
Is that what it means? Okay.
What am I doing? I can't leave a little scapegrace to fend for himself. Too long, cowhanded, alone. Heavens to Murgatroyd.
Hey, he said it.
Same word you said, Mom.
Yeah, I got it from that cartoon.
How'd you do that, Mom?
Oh, I watched it.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
So many words that Pink Lion says. Oh.
The question is, how does one babysit a Western type baby? The answer is oblivious. Train him to be a Western TV star, like Rock Crusher or Chuck Wagon even. Lesson number 1. You are best mender, cowboy hero. And I am a low-down, mangy, polecat coyote of a wild steer, whom you lassoed. You get the picture.
One always said that was the
Exit. Stampeding all the way. Stage left.
No, he says it. I don't know. A lot of stuff that lion says, that Pink Lion, Mom.
I didn't hear it, my folks say it.
They said it too.
Why hasn't my stampeding been impeded?
That's what it means.
Probably lasted something his size, such as a teensy prairie dog. Let me have the rope. Now all the
Where's the
creatures
family?
Heavens to hamburger.
He said something funny. Heavens to hamburger. On the cartoon.
Oh, no.
Said that now. A minute ago.
Heavens to him.
So aptly puts it.
Heavens to hamburger. Do I sound like him?
Oh, you sound like him.
I'm a no-good, a right-wing bandit, a hankering for
That's what Mom says.
just on a draw, and slow on the sympathy. It's your job to send me 11 words, versus 12 words, no matter. Here comes. Draw, Sheriff, and you better be fast. All right, Sheriff, this is it. Draw. Heavens to Antiope, the kid's fast. Enough of this. Let's see if we get some pencils and draw.
I heard that one.
Let me draw.
Yeah, well,
Let me draw.
Said that too.
Whoever said this kid needed a babysitter didn't ask he was
They call him the pink snaggerpuss cat, right? That baby's got a gun. The little baby's got a gun.
your babysitter.
The little baby's got a gun while I'm chasing him. Uh-oh. Chasing the poor cat.
boy, he's got it rough with us.
With the baby sitting that kid.
He's got it
rough kid, rough job. Thank you.
Heavens to mailman, he might have said.
He likes that too. His favorite phrase.
This Meadowfoot, I goofed on a blacktail. So I'm telling you, the baby's a little hombre till I get out. Or else, sign, big hombre. Heavens to Papa, I'm a parent.
Heavens to what?
Parent.
Heavens to what?
He's a parent now.
I used to know it's on the spur of the moment.
Oh, man, that was going to be full. I don't see. We have to turn on the other one.
We'll be right back with more cartoons
Gentlemen,
after this.
your last meal when it comes time.
How's it going, honey?
We're waiting
Just
for
lots to take care of.
After the new
More
year,
sexy
I mean,
parts.
wake
You
up
know,
and
well, I hope you know how grateful she was to have you. I know. Speaking of grateful, what is it? It's a check from United of Omaha Life Insurance Company. Mom's life insurance. Life insurance? So soon? Just like they said. Always looking out for her family. I can still hear her. I don't want my bills to be your problem.
I lost
This check will help a lot.
If you're age 45 to 85, you can't be turned down for up to $25,000 in life insurance from United of Omaha. Policies start at just $6.38 a month, and benefits could be paid in as little as 24 hours.
How did she qualify? You know, with her health issues. With these policies, health issues don't matter. She was so relieved.
Policies are available with no health questions, no medical exam, no blood tests.
I just assumed life insurance would be way over my budget. No one kept a tighter budget than mine.
Where's the answer?
You can too. But did her rates go up every year? No. There's a rate lock built into the policy.
Oh, I can't.
Policies start at just $6.38 a month. Your rate is locked in for life. The cost of a funeral can be $9,000 or more. With one call, you can give your loved ones the protection they need to help pay these costs. And unlike some policies, benefits are payable from the first day.
Mine has felt better knowing we have help, and I couldn't be more grateful. You should call United
Or just put a saran wrap over
Stop looking for my big sister.
Don't put off life insurance. Call United of Omaha today.
Let me need this one.
800-413-1306. You can't be turned down. Call today to lock in your rates. 800-413-1306. That's 800-413-1306.
Rolled on the floor and I picked it up.
We're back with more Cartoon Fun. Continuing now. Yankee Doodle, the brave little duck, will now dive 300 feet and land in the plateau. Here we go. Here we go. For a duck, you know
Did I put it on one of you guys' plates, the ice cream lid?
I don't see it.
Okay. I misplaced it somewhere.
Delicious.
I just put it like this. There it is. It's on that side.
Are you blind?
Brother, I wasn't blind. I should have looked behind it too.
Should have.
I was kind of dumb.
Or kind of.
Real good.
But you found it. I want some coffee
Can you open the freezer or put this in the freezer?
before it melts.
For Big Mama.
The best kind is old-fashioned vanilla. The very best ice cream.
Is that what it tastes like?
Yeah, the one you opened up. Go with the corn pie. I'll have some coffee. I hear a duck. Coming right up. It's like nobody else on it. I don't know. It's right here. Mom wanted it first. I'll give both some coffee. Okay. I don't know if anybody else had coffee already. Maybe they did. There we go. Uh-oh. Kind of dumb. don't make any sense. Sometimes cartoons don't. He calls them Looney Tunes. This and that. Hanna Barbera shows weird stuff sometimes.
Also.
There you go. Here's a cute book. It does. Got some trouble. Must be a happy gingerbread man.
Yeah, I say gingerbread.
And the orange can look Christmas Eve, can it?
I bought it because I feel like it kind of looks like a pumpkin.
But it looks like fall too, but it looks like a Christmas mug too, doesn't it? Cheers.
Yes, it does. Get Amanda coffee.
I don't know if she wanted any. Did you want some coffee?
Would you like some coffee, Evan? You want to get the healthy coffee.
Yeah.
We're finding out some coffees are bad for us.
She bought a cartoon. I didn't hear her say she wanted some.
Let me know, Amanda.
Just let us know if you want any. Speak up if you want some coffee.
Would you like some coffee, Amanda? Right?
Okay, you can talk. You want
some coffee?
Do you want?
Turn that channel.
Okay, turn. Oh, you want coffee? Okay. To turn it down for some stuff. The TV, is it too loud? I'll get you coffee. Yeah, it was kind of loud. It got kind of noisy, didn't it? But I turned it down, the right volume this time. It's like a movie sound. So what happened? They get carried away. It's like Looney Tunes. Sometimes. Yeah, they learned it off of this cartoon. No wonder. Here you go. It's hot. Enjoy. Yeah, I know. I like the pink lions. It's funny. Where the cat babysits.
Yeah.
I think I like that one better. 7? Yeah. They got an army sport.
Oh no. Brad. Turn on 7.
Okay, they got
Darn, that means they're not gonna have Little Fortune.
they got masks on too.
But you know what the Little Fortune guy said? He's gonna have them later on.
The other cartoon that turned me off kind of reminded me of Tom and Jerry, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
Towards the last.
So Ryan Seacrest is gonna be on it.
A half hour.
Are you gonna?
Yes. Whoa, that sounds good. We're stuffed right now. We can still make. See what's on. Oh, who's he interviewing? This guy. Here. What's his name? I'm curious. DJ Parade's on there? Yeah.
She's talking about trying to prostitute that guy, white guy with autism.
Oh, that's messed up and terrible and sad.
Yeah, nobody thinks he's guilty.
Yeah.
Because, he just like the original headphones.
And they gotta understand he has his own health issues, struggles too.
I'm sure they just kind of, it looks like the Republicans.
Crooks. Making like we're crooks.
Yeah, so let me hear what's saying.
But they shouldn't do that.
Let them see what hurts.
They shouldn't do it to any disability people. I thought they are for not experiment, not threat. That was one of Eldon Products' policies to be.
I agree with you.
In the olden days.
I agree with you. I'm trying to hear some arguments. So.
Okay, I'm done now. They're asking about me.
Oh, actually, not. Go talk to me about it. Oh, this is it. Let's turn this up a little bit.
Too bad I can't hear it. Because I'm autistic too.
Right, so let me hear this. I want to hear this.
What?
An individual sitting in front of me who had said that they had been working for Brian Cole Sr. for over 2 decades. And then when I asked him in a very neutral tone, I said, well, what do you think's going on? What's your take on this? And he said that, I worked for him 20 years, and this kid, Brian Cole Jr., is autistic. And I said, what does that mean to you? I'm not very familiar with the range of what autism is. He said, well, he's kind of like a 15-year-old kid up here. And so if you're a 30-year-old man with a 15-year-old brain, which, depending on how developed it is, I got a 15-year-old here sitting across from me, and on one side, you could argue that autistic 15-year-old kid is not in a position to pre-plan a year and a half in advance as a precog, if you will, that he is going to be angry about the results of an election that's going to occur the next year, and for that reason, that's the motive that he's using a year prior to even knowing the results of the election to start building and purchasing items to build this supposed religion. And it defies any form of logic. And now, by the way, I don't know if you have any, if they went into this at all yesterday. I was having a fight with his family was there, like 15 people from his family. It's a known Democrat fact. The motion for the brief in support of preliminary detention argues that he broke away from his family politically. He didn't like to talk about politics, and his family were dealing with Democrats, and he was upset about the 2020 election, and so he kept it quiet until he decided to assemble a bomb from parts that he bought at upwards of 2 years earlier. One of the locations was at the Micro Center, which is up the street. I happened to go there to purchase gifts for my kids, and I said, let me do a little quick video, and I posted that. And part of that, I actually interacted with the management to ask them, if we were to take for true the FBI's charging sheet, that they have evidence of Brian Cole Jr. purchasing the 9-volt battery connectors. First, I went to see in the aisle whether or not that item is sold, which it was. So the FBI gets a point there that it's plausible that an item of that nature would be sold there, at least 5 years later anyway. I took a little video and I showed that that's the case. And I want to be fair and honest, right? And then I also asked them how long do you keep your video records of the CCTV footage at your facility? And they said, we didn't know for sure in a few months maybe. So I guess 5 years later, when the Dan Bongino Savior, right, guides this new team to start investigating, I doubt that
there's all kinds of crooks here, otherwise.
And so, it's good to know that.
This guy has to wear his headphones because he's scared of noise? Does he?
I'm glad
Oh, that autistic guy? Yeah.
I didn't know that.
They're trying to say he, wanted to put the pipe bombs down and
He did not.
and he doesn't even, he's autistic, he just, like I said, listen to music and headphones. He bought this stuff for the bomb 2 years ahead of time, because he was mad at the way that the 2020 election went. And it was. How did he know 2 years ahead of time that the election was gonna go that way? And he's autistic. He's 30 years old and has the brain of a 15-year-old.
This guy here.
No, I'm talking about a black kid, black 30-year-old man.
Oh, I thought you were talking about this guy.
No,
Oh.
he's a lawyer from Canada. He was involved with the truck caravan in Canada. And
Depending on the spectrum, there's non-verbal to verbal, highly functional, but it's obvious, it's clear. When you're looking at him, is he saying anything? Is he like, repeating motion, body movement? So my vantage point, I had a very bad vantage point, so I had to kind of, arch and take a look and see, because I was all the way in the back. One of the monitor who else was in the room to assess the situation. I couldn't assess anything either way. He was just sitting there quietly. Now, a couple of things, I'm glad you reminded me of this, but his father, his mother, and his grandmother were part of that crew there. And the grandmother's more important as we kind of go into the hearing details. So the father, for the first part of the hearing, he had a mask on, was just sitting there, nice and calm and quiet. But then as the hearing continued,
And they start fighting with.
after the break, he put a mask on. And to my assessment is that why are you putting a mask on? You don't want other people to recognize you, even though in that courthouse you can't take pictures, you can't do audio, video, or recording. So I think there's something there, coupled with on numerous occasions, I think 2 or 3 occasions, the defense attorney stressed that it was not a conspiracy, it was just that the government was alleging that Brian Court was involved in the pipe bomb. So you get where I'm getting. Well, I'm going to interrupt you right there and just say, I've been having a bit of a back and forth with Shipwreck Crew, and Harvey Dillon, who is replying, yes,
I still need to write to Karen.
where she was on the
let me hear this. I'm pretty sure that autistic man is not the one that did put the pipe on. I think the FBI put it there.
They agree too, don't they?
Yeah, they don't believe he's guilty. He doesn't even walk the same way that pipe bomb. I think it was police officer woman that was from Ukraine.
Yeah.
I want to turn this up some more. Keep having a loud sound.
The person that actually broke the details of Susie Wiles and everything that we've been discussing over this last year. He exposed that and broke it in June, mid-2024. Way early than anybody else. And then before that, it would have been no.
I wasn't even looking for this. I was just
So going
looking
back
through
to
the features and videos.
And it just showed up.
He said that his interpretation was Harvey Dillon.
I was gonna look
They're not
at
going to
the
go after,
prophecies.
and they're going to do nothing before
I
January
have the
6th.
prophecies.
They were asking their original
We're talking about Tom Hanks.
verbal request apparently was to postpone the preliminary hearing until January 7th. And I'm like, oh, the day after the statute of limitations, barring some sort of RICO charge. And if it failed, because they might not even get past probable cause on this.
That guy looks familiar on the left.
It has lapsed, unless there's RICO,
He
which
was
they're saying there
on
isn't in the case of the
video a lot.
Right, so they're saying it's not a conspiracy, and so it doesn't loop in, right? It doesn't extend.
Did anybody nickname him?
On the other other side,
Does he have a
this
nickname?
procedural maneuvering,
Viva Frey, I don't know his real
there's not
name.
even gonna be a preliminary hearing until after
He looks
January
like somebody who used
6th.
to work
So
at
then the defense is
CNN, that's
gonna
why I
argue,
said
and
that.
then maybe.
He
He's from Canada, he just moved from
Because Jocelyn
Canada.
Valentine.
You recognize him?
Okay, then that's not anybody new.
Anyway, he keeps talking over it.
We can get him for, maximum we can get him for is littering. With inner stuff. The littering at the back of the RNC.
Yeah, okay, so, the question about the family, they haven't seen him in a while, he's autistic, admittedly, the degree is maybe up for dispute, but he's been in detention, he's had sort of medical assessments, he doesn't do well apparently without his headphones, without his gaming. What's his mother like? Is she distraught in tears, or are they, protesting his innocence vocally?
No, so they were there 3 or 4 rows ahead of me.
Let's start playing
The mother and
games.
the father were off to the left in the second row, I believe.
And you know, golf
And
or rider.
I felt that at the beginning there was it
They're
was
gonna ride her back and hey, well.
to the courtroom, and then they did the all rise for the judge. You could sense a non-verbal kind of sighs or sounds that were emotional. Other than that, I can't tell you either way of how to interpret that. The one thing that stuck out was, why are you putting a mask on halfway through the hearing? Are you trying to hide your face from exposure from folks like myself and others from identifying who you are? I mean, it's like pretty evidently clear. You're sitting by the mother who had to stand up when the defense counsel, when they started talking about the potential release of Ryan Colt Jr. to his grandmother. And I don't know if you want to talk about that yet right now, but that's the meat and potatoes of what was discussed. It was arguing why to keep him in detention, and on the prosecution side and on the defense side, whether or not to release him into third-party custody, meaning the grandmother, and the grandmother was brought up.
Okay, so
And,
let me ask you this,
and
actually.
was effectively cross-examined on her understanding of what that would mean if the judge decided whether or not to release him.
Okay, good. That is the important part. They go back and forth on some procedural issues.
Here, Jessica, we're gonna play games right now.
And so the judge floats the idea of releasing
His
Ryan
glasses are on
Jr.
his head,
in the
Bart.
interim, like they should,
Okay,
should
hard to see what happened.
Doesn't mom need her
which
eyeglasses?
is constitutional. Although I know we might disagree on whether or not he actually poses a substantial risk to be released, but
Well, those were the details of the discussion by both parties. Is he a substantial risk? So Jocelyn Valentine didn't really speak. It was her co-counsel, who we'll find out what the name is. He did the entire brief.
let me just ask you though, why on earth would they have to release him to his grandmother and not his parents? What's the argument in favor of that?
Yeah, exactly my point. It wasn't really addressed. I thought to myself, as soon as they said, well, we want to release him, well, first off, they wanted to put some restrictions on him. So they acquiesced that, we'll keep an eye on him through, there's video surveillance outside of the home of the grandma, and then also you had
Ankle
monitor, GPS, things like that.
The kid, from what I understood, even back in the day, didn't do anything other than walk his chihuahua, go to the 7-Eleven to get a pizza and 2 Cokes, and come back. I mean, what is it? So disable his credit card, put an ankle monitor on. He's going to live the same life he was living for the last 5 years and for the last 10 years.
Right, that's effectively the argument that was made by his defense counsel.
Yeah, and he poses a risk. When I read their brief in support of pretrial detention, and they say he's going to go finish off his work, like carry out his frustrations on the hold if we release him.
The government argued that, even after January 6th, he was accumulating more pipe bomb making material. Okay? So let's pause there real quick. So
I just assumed in the chat that he sounds pretty dangerous. I'm fairly certain that was sarcasm. I'm not brought the wrong channel. No, the dude, it's sorry.
I'm not sure if he's dangerous to others, but I think he is in danger of being Epstein if he's released.
Well, I mean, but he's in danger of being Epstein if they keep him there. They don't have a very good custody rate for high-value federal defendants or witnesses.
I think the risk is higher if he's out there in public, because then he's in the position to potentially communicate about the other co-conspirators, if there are any, accidentally. And so those other co-conspirators could potentially want to have an Epstein.
Let me ask you this now. That makes
That's
sense. Because now
just analysis, right?
yeah, well, and it's interesting because it sort of pieces together why on earth they would even flirt with his grandma. And
west, 30, about a half hour west, with no traffic, 40 minutes west of DC. And then Woodbridge, Virginia is where the father and mother lived, which is where where he was at. Right? So it begs the question, this is what we have to think through, is why wouldn't he be released back to his original home where he lives? What are some things that come to mind? You made me think of something that maybe the co-conspirators don't want their co-conspirator back in the home of co-conspiracy.
Well, he's definitely easier to find because everybody knows where that house is right now. I'm surprised to some extent that what was the case with the guy who stabbed and lost in that county. It doesn't matter what his name was. But the family moved, got a new house behind a gated community. That address.
So the grandma is in a gated community, whereas the mother and father are not. So that's
how old's the grandmother?
I don't know what the age is.
I was thinking like
plus years to the mom. Maybe.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like my grandmother, back when she was much older, but I don't think that she would have been able to keep me on a leash if she had to.
Well, that was the point that the government was making, and it made a very effective point that the grandma is going to keep an eye on his Reddit communications. She's going to keep an eye on his YouTube and all this other stuff. But on the rebuttal, he was mostly a consumer of content, not a creator of content and radicalizing others.
I mean, the rebuttal in my view would have been the mother or father will go stay with the grandmother. They just need to have a place that's not a location that everybody already knows. That being said, we know that everybody in that neighborhood has ring cameras anyhow. It would be tough. The guy would have his routine. And they're not shy to put people on house arrest, or at least like with some of the Jan 6ers, confine them to certain zones. Okay, so they have their argument. Grandmother gets up and they're asking her questions without getting into too much detail. What was she like and what sort of questions were they asking?
She said, the judge asked her, do you know what your role and responsibility is as a guardian for, I can't remember the exact term that they use, for Brian Cole, because he's autistic, right? And she tried to answer that and said, well, basically you're an arm of the court. So if you see anything nefarious, etc., you have to call the court and report on him, and then that puts him in a position where he has to be confined, or he's in a position to do so for a grandchild. And the judge basically said that I don't know if I'd be able to do that, but she said yeah, she could do that. But the key points I think that were made during that exchange is that one is the question of why the third-party grandma as opposed to the parents. That raises a lot of kind of eyebrows for me. But you made a good point that you want her in a location that's not already essentially burned to the public, so it's a safety issue. Okay, makes sense. That's a good point. And then the other aspect is she's not going to be in a position to keep an eye on his digital activity, right? And there's also in the interaction they asked, is there a weapon in the household? The funny thing is that the FBI, when they arrested this guy, they only went after his bomb making material, but they left the gun or guns in Brian Cole Jr.'s name at the residence. Viva? Are you serious?
Well, now I guess this is going to be the segue into the FBI DOJ investigation charges and the evidence. This is the first time I'm hearing this. He had his own firearms registered in his own name. It's not like he had access to his dad's firearms.
At his parents' residence. That's what I heard in the. I'll have to go back
In
and transcript.
court.
That's what I heard.
Okay, so that is not something that I would have even known until yesterday, even if true. So he has firearms. Did they mention how many and what type?
No, they did not. And then it kind of stemmed from when it was asked of the grandma if there was any firearms in her property, and she said that her husband had one. And so they asked, would you be willing to, I don't know, relinquish or not have it at the home while Brian Cole Jr. was there? And as that was being discussed, and they introduced that he had registered firearms that the FBI didn't touch. So how much of a threat can he be? I mean, I don't know where it's ridiculous.
It's so people think like they call you names and say like you're, I don't know, a doomer or you're somehow anti. I was never anti anyone in the new FBI, nor am I now.
I'm anti-incompetence.
Well, but that's
I'm anti-treason.
No matter, and I'm gonna bring this up while we're talking about it. Talking about it. This is like, so I was having friends who said
There we go.
they seized black powder from his property when they arrested him and go. I was like, no, they didn't. I thought I was going crazy.
No. And they said, yeah, the defense said that the experts that they used said that this was not essentially it was an inert, right? So it was not a dangerous contraption or item.
Well,
Again,
hold on. This is breaking. Say what you just said again.
Defense counsel, when they're going back and forth, said that the experts that the defense is using, and again, take it with a grain of salt, because it's going to be fine. They're going to be zealously advocating the position of the defendant, Brian Cole Jr., said that the contraption, what most people know as the pipe bomb, was not even in a position to be a threat to anyone because of the composition of it and what was in it. It didn't have the necessary elements to be a threat.
Okay, that's interesting. May I ask, based on what they said, that how did they know that, and what was the response?
That was it. It was just based on the experts.
Okay, and so
they didn't bring in any receipts.
Okay, so this was
and again, I don't have the luxury. I only skimmed through the initial documents. So you have the luxury of reading everything. It sounds like I don't. I just know based on what I heard yesterday when I happened to come.
Well, why I'm picking up on this is because Cash Patel and Pam Bondi were quite vocal about how these were real bombs, could have gone off and could have killed hundreds of people. They said viable and dangerous.
Who told Cash, Dan, Pam, and Todd Blanche that they were viable? The lead prosecutor, maybe?
Well, and what's even more problematic is we were told at the time that they weren't, like back in Jan 2021, my understanding is everyone was saying they were not viable. They were not, and this was why they were floating the idea of a practice run or a drill with intelligence. What was the prosecution's response to that? Because they had to have rebutted that and said no, they were in fact active.
I mean, you're asking me to memorize the whole exchange.
No, unfortunately. No, that's fine. So the defense said, but there wasn't like an outburst in the court where they said, no, that's not true. How dare you say that? They were extremely dangerous and could have killed hundreds of people.
Well, generally, yeah, actually, the response was that it was essentially, they assumed that it was, right? The government. And so if it was a viable device, then having it placed underneath that bench at the DNC could have, because that's what the judge asked, how much, if it was a viable type of pipe bomb, could it have caused? And then the government said that it could have, effectively injured or more at the bench if someone's sitting there, and then behind the Capitol Hill Club, if somebody was there at the time that it detonated, could have also caused damage to the one or two individuals in its vicinity.
I know this is going to be a joke because the judge would not have asked this, but did the judge ask why didn't you put all of DC on lockdown, and how did you only know that there were only 2 active pipe bombs? Then you found both of them within 25 minutes and knew that there was no further risk. Did anybody ask that question?
Well, they did not, and notably, what I noticed is that the arguments that were made about, should we release or continue to detain Brian Cole Jr., they effectively did use as an analogy the 4 years of pretrial confinement of individuals that were there on January 6th, the following day. And there wasn't really that much of a nexus in the conversation on both sides, how January 5th was related to January 6th, the pipe bomb to January 6th. And I found that pretty odd. And again, going back to defense counsel mentioned on 2 or 3 occasions, I think it was, that this was not a case of conspiracy. Going back to, why would they even raise that? If it wasn't even alleged by the government.
There's a few things.
It's fishy to me.
Now that you mentioned that the defense said they weren't liable, so I was just digging in this morning after having that. After feeling like I was going crazy with the guy who said, oh no, they seized the black powder from his place. I didn't read that anywhere, and lo and behold, they did not find any black powder at Brian Cole's place, from what I understand. They argue in their brief preliminary detention.
Maybe it was Hunter Biden's white powder.
Well, I saw before you could start from black powder. No, they said he threw it all out. He disposed of all that, threw it all out, didn't throw it receipts, and wiped his phone 940
government, due to COVID and the summer of love burning down the country, 2 years, 2.5 years prior to its occurrence. Man,
But then he
this
bought
guy
this.
is autistic genius.
No, he bought the cell for 3 years before, about a year and more before buying the pipes. And
Yes.
they still don't have the potassium nitrate that he allegedly bought at Home Depot. And the thing, someone did say, why would he be buying herbicide, biocide in winter? I think he did have lights or insects in winter, but I don't know what the winter's like in this area. How bad are the winters? You don't grow stuff in winter for January.
No, I mean, right now it's in the 20s, so it's pretty chilly.
20s is Fahrenheit or Celsius?
In Celsius, that would be -5 degrees.
So it's
-5 to 10 degrees.
okay, fine.
Pretty chilly.
So that is pretty chilly. And but the bottom line, so they added that allegation. They added the receipt. We haven't seen the receipt or how we got it, but sulfur, which is actually just a herbicide, pesticide, in 2018, and still no evidence or receipt for the potassium nitrate, and still no charcoal, and he didn't have any of that when they finally arrested him. They didn't seize the car. They didn't seize firearms. None of this makes any sense. What did the judge look like? Did he look like he was swallowing any of this?
My interpretation of the judge is that he wants to, one, make this go into such a state of, like, delay it as long as possible, and have him released on his own recognizance, so that whatever happens, happens. And then on the government side, they're just not, their arguments aren't plausible, and the government attorney, Jocelyn Valentine, just has no credibility.
I love it. The Jack, they are smart of me. That didn't catch the sales. And someone else said, yeah, you used my design and you used it indoors for plants. Okay, so that's, I think that's a very good, thorough synopsis. Was there anything else that was of the ordinary? What did you do after? Did you go there? I was going to say chase down the joke, but I take it literally. You try to get some answers out of Jocelyn Valentine. She doesn't answer you. She's still on the file. Janine Pirro, nowhere to be seen.
Nowhere to be seen. I mean, so after the hearing, I step out, wait to, she was the last one out of the courtroom, Jocelyn Valentine was her co-counsel, and then she steps out, and then we determine which side of the courthouse she departs. I go outside.
Did they say anything about what's going to happen to this guy? Is he going to be okay?
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I'm trying to hear
And
this.
then we proceed to record a few questions, and at the beginning of it, I asked, I said, Miss Valentine. And she looks back, I put my hand out, and said, Ivan Rapeland, and she
Says,
says,
I know you.
I know you. Oh, how is that? How's that possible? Oh, you attended some of the trials that I was a part of. Oh, yeah, which ones? Interesting. It's true, but it's good to confirm that she knows exactly who I am.
Oh, no, she said it like, I know. It was like, you know that I know you. It was almost like a lecture.
And then after the second question said, have a nice day, Mr. Rapeland. And that was her indication that she was not going to continue to engage. And I was just going to make sure that she knew some of the questions that I think most of us have for her. I get it. I could have asked many more questions. I could have crossed the street with her. And I mean, the decision that I made is I think I made my point. And I want to do it in a professional, legal, moral, ethical way so that anybody watching it
Yeah, I'll use the bathroom.
was before Ellen Price went to a church. Yes. That put it on hold. I don't get to hear the rest. That was fun, sister. I liked it. Yeah, last night it was. I won. It was last night. I won. No, Manta won. If you have me on my list, I'm happy on my list. I'm happy. And we both. Well, I'd say we won different things, right? Yeah. High five. About all in five. Yeah, this is probably when it got worse. Why that chocolate in your hand? What's this?
I got credit on something.
What's this hand?
Figure this was asthma.
trains.
Oh.
Aha, caught you in the act, didn't I?
What you on?
On the bed, you got.
Are you on target? Well, I'm trying to hear this, so if you can talk to Karen. Or you're gonna just, or maybe you just text her.
Yeah, that's the point.
I'm trying to hear this. About that, I feel sorry for that autistic black guy that being framed for having pipe bombs.
Wascally Wabbit.
Anybody watching it can clearly see that I'm not trying to intimidate her physically. I'm not trying to give any indication that I'm a physical threat. It's just I'm trying to expose that nothing makes sense, and we demand transparency. And transparency comes with constant interaction with those that are the most critical of you and that are the most in good faith critical of the proceedings. And I hope I did that in that fashion.
No, it was good because, especially not to play stereotypes, but a woman will very quickly and disingenuously suggest that she was intimidated by it if it's a man like you, harassing them on the street, and they can very easily play that card, and we've seen people play it very often. I think I'm
right, and you can tell my tone is very different when I'm interacting with a woman, and especially if your stature and size is much smaller. I'm going to be very professional and courteous. But if you're going to flex on me, especially if you're larger than me physically in stature as a male, then all bets are going to be off, particularly if you touch me.
Hold on, so I see something. Does the internet have it? How tall is Ivan Reikland? 5'7", Ivan. you still got an inch on me. Wait, if I may ask.
I'm about 180.
Oh, really?
Yeah, about all muscle.
Oh, that's very good. Well, you can't be all fat if you're 180 and 5'7". So he was fine. It was great. You're not going to get any answers out of her, and it was you did make your point. Let me see if I can bring up a couple of chats here for questions for you. Enjoy the cool air, says Bruce Dane. The soft powder snow. It's ice. It's blowing. It's not fun out here. I didn't get any skiing in. Nothing beats the fireplace. Keith says we can't do that. You are in winter wonderland, away from the lure of social media. Oh no, I'm not away from the lure of social media. I'm streaming every day, every day. Ginger Ninja says Ivan must be in good shape. Ezra Levant gets out of breath when he's interviewing snakes on the street. Well, they run the. It's funny. I was going to make that joke, but I don't. It wasn't shade on Ezra. Did you know who Ezra Levant is?
Already?
He's the Canadian.
Oh yes, when he was out there.
It just so happens that people run from Ezra a lot faster than Jocelyn ran from you. Good to see Ivan. The guy's not afraid.
He does great work. I'm familiar with it.
And Ginger's a great member of our community. This makes me very angry to see this level of incompetence. We'll get into maybe something for an after discussion. Boasberg, I didn't know DC only has one judge on the bench, says Ginger Ninja. Barefoot Jamie, Diva, please explain.
No, he's the chief judge.
Yeah, he seems to get all these cases even when he's out of the office for the weekend.
But no, he's not the judge in this. I think it's
that's right. They're appealing to his ruling in another case,
right,
exactly. as to whether or not and so they gotta now defy this sort of this precedent coming from Boasberg.
Was it Udapaya or something like that?
Oh, I don't know. Casey Butch, he's running against Vivek Ramaswamy. Very smart, spicy. All right, I'll screenshot that, reach out. Then we got King of Biltong, wishing everyone a very happy new year. May you hit 2026 out of the park. You are kicking off your health journey. Start with Biltong. I can't bring it up in the Rumble side, but go to BiltongUSA.com and use code VIVA for 10%. Delicious. He's a South African man, moved to America in Texas using American meat for his wonderful product. And then King of Biltong. How can real men get pounded by Anton's meat? Half a pound of enough for real men. Okay, no jokes. Do you have a few more minutes?
Yeah, I'm available because this is important.
I know. So
I always enjoy interacting with you because it's a higher IQ interaction.
Well, no, I like it. You were there, and you know, well,
it's more nuanced. Right?
Yeah, well, it's amazing. I'm also just hoping.
I knew you'd say from Canada.
Yeah, that's what I was pulling it up as well. The judge, we're getting close to 4 p.m.
On New Year's Day. And so, like, judge reserves ruling on whether Jan 6 platform should remain detained pending trial. Okay, we got all that. Federal Judge Magistrate did not immediately rule Tuesday. It's Wednesday today. During the hearing, Assistant U.S. Attorney Charles Jones, I guess that's the name.
There you go, Charles Jones.
Judge Matheson to reject arguments for his he would be a danger of release. Okay. Cole was arrested by federal authorities. None of this is new. Tuesday, Jones you wait for them, yeah, this is all just the standard evidence here. Okay, we got all of that detail, so no news yet. And I'm asking in our
Can I pause if I take my look back to the kitchen?
any specific questions.
Let's see.
Um,
Yes, there is.
it's okay.
Try to hurry here. I tripled the chair. And straight my leg on it. Did. I was just gonna check and see what the Elijah Streams was, but came across that first.
You know what his name is, that guy on the left here again.
Yeah, I think he's afraid.
Oh, it's in a pause. Standstill.
Yep, because Dad wants to see it when he comes back.
He's taking
Amanda's calling you.
Is he taking a break?
Yeah, Amanda's coming.
Okay, what is it? Butterfly tea, okay. Just go ahead and run the coffee. Anyone else want butterfly tea while we're waiting for this to come on?
Since I had coffee, I'll pass.
I'm gonna fill up the reservoir first.
Okay.
Finish it off first so I can make some for us. And we'll have a tea break. You can have a coffee break. There. I'm gonna finish off the
Oh, I got Justin's car.
That's not hard. Now I'm having a pain right above my right hip.
See?
What's going on there?
Which, is it the side of your operation or?
Yeah,
Well, mine's on the right side. What's yours?
right side.
It's gonna be the G5, 5G. 5G, I bet. Isn't it?
Oh, it just started. I was walking out of the kitchen. Believe it. Put this up here. You gotta take another aspirin. I had one earlier today. I'm starting to take aspirin because I don't think my blood is flowing good enough. And that aspirin kind of thins out your blood.
I hope it has to do.
Longer charge the cells on it too.
Just don't want to take too many of them.
I'm not, I take one. I might take one for a good bit. Oh.
How many hours between times?
That was a long time ago, about 10 hours ago.
You took an aspirin?
Yeah.
Do I stink? I thought I heard a horn.
Oh. You didn't hear all the sounds.
Get away, get away.
Sorry.
I need you. I need you. How many aspirins do you have to take a day?
I don't know. They're trying to say it's not healthy for you.
See?
They say, for your blood flow, I think, they say take a low dose aspirin, 81 milligrams, once a day.
Now let's behave and do right.
I should have turned this on.
Okay?
I don't think it was my organ. It might help keep my arm from going to sleep. Yes.
Do this every day, okay?
I used to take an aspirin every day when I was younger.
Well, don't take it more than once a day, okay?
All right. Oh, what about if I'm in a lot of pain? Maybe I can take one more.
You're gonna hurt your body. I told you.
I used to take aspirin regularly, and look at how it's affecting me yet. See, I'm in perfect shape. And
Yeah, this guy used to work
Okay,
on
so
the...
I mean, that's it. Now. You're going to be coming back and forth to these hearings. You're not far from there, right?
it's interesting about this case to this autistic guy that
traffic.
was trying to train
You got to do it every time.
the pipe bomb thing. I wish
Well, Robert's going to be there now too, so I think he's going to actually do more substantive work. Because I told him I'm trying to plug holes where I can. Because while you and Kyle and Steve and all these folks that are out there looking at January 6th, you're not necessarily in this area. I'm trying to do what I can with the time that I have to be able to shine light where I think it's most appropriate. So I mean, I could have interacted with the family. I could have gone after them. I felt that was inappropriate. I go after structural government corruption, and I think that I smell it with Jocelyn Valentine. And okay, I could be wrong, but I don't think so in this case.
Well, no, my only question is, do you have, well, without sources and whatever, it's not possible that the administration is unaware of who Jocelyn Valentine is. It's not possible. Then the only question is, why in the name of sweet holy hell, they pardoned people because of the injustices that Jocelyn Valentine inflicted on them. How the hell are they using her again? No idea.
It's a good question to ask, and I thought of this morning, that if Jocelyn Valentine was the one behind the Proud Boys prosecution and persecution, she's probably in a position of vested interest to make sure that Ed Martin doesn't become the U.S. attorney, right? So she probably was part of the crew that subverted that, and that's why I asked the question of her, because my sources were telling me that there's some individuals, I can't remember their names right now, that used to be Senate staff for either Thune or what's the guy from North Carolina, Tom Tillis, that are now at the U.S. Attorney's Office that were the ones advocating to make sure that Ed Martin would not be U.S. Attorney. Because he would have gone way more scorched earth, and he would have probably wiped out Jocelyn Benson as U.S. Attorney, and she would have been gone. And then the next thing that Jocelyn Benson would have probably done in order to protect her work is to ensure that the Proud Boys and Oath Keepers were not pardoned, to perpetuate that, we still secured, the deep state's glamour girl, if you will, Jocelyn, still is in this position of victory where her targets, Proud Boys, are still not pardoned. And so she can, when this deep state rides out this administration's term, that they can, I think, continue to escalate the lawfare using that as a point of discussion that Proud Boys and Oath Keepers were insurrectionists. The president didn't pardon them. They're still felons. They're still convicted felons. And then in the court of public opinion, they can use that terminology and can continue to perpetuate the insurrection hoax. That's my analysis.
No, I don't disagree with it. She should be fired, and probably.
Yeah, and that comes down to Janine Pirro.
Well, but also investigated for civil rights violations by Harmeen Dillon, who's out there tooth and nail defending Pam Bondi. I don't understand what's going on.
She's kept that crooked lawyer.
Yep. Meanwhile, there is a point that I wanted to make that is very important. I just sent you a text, and can you bring that up, that slide?
Let me see here. It says, that's not from you, and you texted it to me.
Yeah, or is there a better way? Should I?
No, hold on. Did you do it in private DM in the chat here? No.
No.
Text me. I don't think I got it.
Here, I'll resend it.
Yeah, definitely didn't get it.
If you scroll up a little bit, it's one slide. It says Fedsurrection 1621.
Okay, let me see if I can open this. It says this. Can I bring this out of here? Let me see if I can bring this up. Okay, so it's just this. It's a screenshot, or not a screenshot. It's a compilation. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can do this. My fat fingers over here. Share screen. Yeah, this is here. Bring this up. All right, this.
Yes.
Okay, so let me see here. We got the U.S. House of Representatives, Nancy Pelosi, top left. Muriel Browser, the mayor, or what was she? The nothing.
Mayor. She still is the mayor.
Okay, of DC. Then we got who's Johnny G on the top right?
No, John Guandolo. This was a screenshot of.
Yeah, no, I know.
Okay, he used to. Oh, by the way, he used to be. If you didn't know, John Guandolo used to be the FBI Washington Field Office liaison to the United States Capitol Police, and we did a deep dive 2-hour interview explaining how the Fedsurrection would have taken place.
Okay.
And FBI's role in it from that legal structure.
What are we looking at here? What do you want to bring?
Yeah, so what you're looking at here is when people say Fedsurrection, and you know what? Let me take off my shirt, because most people equate the Fedsurrection to this, that the FBI ran the entire op, right?
He's showing his shirt.
And you got the FBI logo.
But
I argue, what's that?
Where can people get that shirt?
I can't say, because then Steve Baker will be mad at me even more.
Oh, I forgot about the infighting between you and Steve and Kyle.
I'm not fighting with them. I enjoy myself.
I remember when I discovered the infighting between Jake Lang and was it Shipwreck Crew as well? Might have been. And there's a lot of infighting even among the Jan Sixers who I can understand
everybody's
why.
mad at me because I talk to everyone. Well, Viva, have I ever told you not to talk to someone?
No. First of all, I don't think everybody's mad at me because I will talk to everyone. But I get along with all of them. I get along with Julie Kelly, Kyle Seraphin, you. I get along with James Lang, even if I disagree with his MO right now. But he's a big boy; he'll do what he wants.
Yeah, everybody's got their little role and shtick, as long as it's good faith. Some people operate bad faith.
And not hurting anybody. But okay, so what are we looking at?
All right, here's what you're looking at. This is what my synopsis of the players in the Fedsurrection and the organizations upon which they are tied to. And this is based on the legal framework analysis that I did of 2 U.S.C. Chapter 29, which is the U.S. Capitol Police Board, and the law enforcement arm of the U.S. Capitol. So remember that the Speaker of the House appoints the Sergeant at Arms, Paul Irving, at the time. These are names on the left. And then underneath there, I can't see because your face is covering it up.
Let me disable my camera here. All right, go for it.
And then, can you disable mine as well?
No, you can disable yours, and I think we'll still hear you, so go for it.
Just there you go.
Okay, perfect. Now we're just talking to each other like ghosts.
So we just take a look at that, and I did the analysis of who was the chair of the DNC in that day, Tom Paris. Right? So I like to look at individuals of the organizations that would have been involved. So to do an analysis, a thorough analysis of the DNC pipe bomb, you'd probably want to talk to Tom Paris and the head of security, which they didn't have a head of physical security. They had a head of cybersecurity over at the DNC. Okay?
Bring yourself back in.
Yeah.
And I'll remember Mark Milley is under your face.
Yeah. Okay. So, actually, several others as well.
Yeah, for the cats.
There.
Okay.
So, and then as you move at the top are like the big institutional actors that were part of the Fedsurrection. So Pelosi on the left, the Senate, the Vice President, which would have been the President of the Senate on the right, and the Senate Majority Leader, who controls the Senate Sergeant at Arms, who are the House and Senate Sergeants at Arms are the three voting members, the most important ones, of the U.S. Capitol Police Board that operate at the behest of the Speaker and the Senate leadership. And then in the middle you have the Capitol Police, which are it's an entity underneath the two sergeants at arms / Capitol Police Board, operating in the direction of the Speaker and the Senate Majority Leader. And then you have the MPD, Metropolitan Police Department. So some of the names that I have in there are key individuals to be able to, either you're a whistleblower or key individuals involved in the Fedsurrection. In the case of MPD, I argue that Chief Conte was probably potentially part of the Fedsurrection support play on behalf of Mayor Bowser to run the coup against Trump. And then the key whistleblower is Shane Lamont listed there. You see Robert Conte in that little shield, the blue one, Metro Police, up top, right above the Capitol. It says Robert
Conte, yes, and then Shane
Lamont.
In
the middle is Shane Lamont. Shane Lamont is currently incarcerated. I don't know if you know much about him, but he was the head of intel at Metropolitan Police Department. And the Proud Boys were going to call him as a witness to debunk the entire narrative. But as soon as they put him down as a witness, unbeknownst to Shane Lamont, he was then weaponized against by the machine, the deep state machine, and convicted of obstruction of democratic narrative because he was going to testify truthfully. He's still sitting rotting in prison, similar to Tina Peters.
Bring yourself back. Why was he not given a pardon? Was his conviction not based on the events of January 6th?
His conviction, they claimed, the judge and the machine said that it had nothing to do with January 6th. It had everything to do with Shane trying to cover up and obstruct justice against Enrique Tarrio's flag burning incident. Okay? Meanwhile, it only happened after he was placed as a witness. Okay? And then when you look at the evidence, it was clear that Shane Lamont was talking to everybody. He was using Enrique as a source to maintain safety and peace in the district, right? Because as the head of intel, what's your responsibility? You're to advise the operational elements of the Metropolitan Police Department and talk to different sources to be able to know where to deploy and recommend where to deploy assets so that people can conduct First Amendment peacefully and the city is safe, right? So that was his role. Additionally, keep in mind that he was the head of intel going back to 2017. So I had spoken to him before he was incarcerated at length, and he explained to me that he mapped out fully, his team mapped out fully the current domestic terrorist organization Antifa in D.C. So him being incarcerated is an injustice, and it really hampers this administration's ability to go after the domestic terrorist organization here in D.C. known as Antifa, because this is probably the best guy that knows it and has mapped it out. Additionally, Barry Loudermilk, who has yet to conduct one hearing, anything whatsoever, since this subcommittee was created under Judiciary, like done nothing, right? They can't utilize and communicate with Shane Lamont really effectively to be able to get and extract everything he has on DC's role in Nancy Pelosi's Fedsurrection. So this is where we're at. Like nothing's happening because, well, everyone's in on it. And then when you scroll, go back real quick.
Yeah.
Other key individuals. Other key individuals there at the bottom is Stephen D'Antuono is the Washington field office guy, right, of the FBI. Yeah. And then you got Ronna McDaniel, who was head chair of the RNC. So wouldn't it be nice to communicate with the head of security at the RNC, Ken Capolino, to find out his perspective of the pipe bomb right behind the Capitol Club? It would be, and I've talked to him for years, but I've tried on maybe a dozen instances to try to get him on camera to speak publicly about how he thought it was a complete decoy dummy. He won't do that. He's done a written, I think, interview with Daily Wire or whatever, but it'd be nice for him to come out publicly and explain that. And then a U.S. Capitol Police whistleblower, obviously, would be Stephen Sun, who's, he's done enough interviews publicly for where he pretty much is on board with that this was he won't use the term Fedsurrection, but it pretty much leans in that direction. And then at the bottom, I'm going to remove myself for a few seconds. Mark Milley, the chair of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, the Secretary of the Army, Ryan McCarthy, and Chris Wray of the FBI headquarters would have also been involved in facilitating. Remember, FBI would have controlled the 274 undercovers / affiliates, agents, CHSs, CIs, etc., which I'm sure others can talk about in more detail than I can on that role. But one thing that many people fail to mention is Ryan McCarthy. So the J6, not the J6, but the Oversight Subcommittee in the last Congress that Loudermilk led, when they had a few of the National Guard folks from the DC National Guard testify, the Democrats were going to call Ryan McCarthy to testify. This is according to Loudermilk's staff, they told me. But Ryan McCarthy, the former Secretary of the Army, refused to testify. So if the Democrats are calling you to try to use you to debunk anything that the Republicans are trying to put forth, but yet you're too afraid to testify on behalf of the Republicans, you got something to hide. And so I suspect, based on his communications, that when you start to break it down, the people that mentioned that we don't want military or DC National Guard due to optics, that messaging came from Pelosi, from Paul Irving, from Ryan McCarthy, from Mark Milley, and Mayor Bowser. So I think that the lead Fedsurrectionists on January 6th that enabled the electoral heist through that joint session, illegitimate, the Fedsurrection, the facilitated, incited, instigated breach of the Capitol, it would have had to have been led by Pelosi through her Metropolitan Police Department chief, Robert Conti, who later became the head of partner engagements at the FBI headquarters, who's, I think, since retired. To Ryan McCarthy on the military side, along with Mark Milley. And those two undermine acting Secretary Chris Miller, as Milley, McCarthy, Pelosi, and Bowser, if you look at their meeting notes, etc., they were the ones that blocked DC National Guard and blocked anybody from outside U.S. Capitol Police and then subsequently Metropolitan Police jurisdiction from being deployed so that they could freely, without executive branch engagement and interaction, could conduct that Fedsurrection. And the best way to get to that and prove that is you have to obtain all the communications of the U.S. Capitol Police General Counsel Thomas DeBiase. And the way you do that, J.D. Vance, by January 3rd, when the Senate Sergeant at Arms ceases to be the chair of the Capitol Police Board. JD, if you're listening in, you order that Senate Sergeant at Arms to release all U.S. Capitol Police General Counsel holdings, communications, work product as it relates to the weaponization, manipulation of CCTV footage, as well as the manipulation of sworn testimony of U.S. Capitol Police officers. And I put it succinctly in a tweet, my answer sheet of what JD Vance can do on a tweet earlier today, and I think it breaks it down very well of what JD can do by the 3rd. And if he doesn't do it by the 3rd at noon, then at noon on the 3rd, then once again Mike Johnson can continue to cover up the Fedsurrection, because then he becomes the leader of the House Sergeant at Arms, who then becomes the chair of the Capitol Police Board. This is total insider baseball, and that's how they were able to conduct the Fedsurrection and its subsequent cover-up. And I'm sure you're going to find out that the Capitol Police had a role, just like Steve Baker insists, and I think I agree with that. At this point, I still believe, before I didn't lean towards Steve Baker's hypothesis, but the more inept and incompetent the evidence proves to be with this Brian Cole Jr., I think Steve Baker's opinion or theory of the case is more plausible. You're muted.
Let me answer this question here. I asked this question above Viva. This is Brian Cole, living situation determined by the court as a bail condition. Is he considered a ward prior to any convictions? That wouldn't seem constitutional. I don't know what it means by ward.
He's technically not even indicted right now.
It's the affidavit for, I think they call it the affidavit for probable cause. Bottom line, they can impose, conditions, restrictions, travel restrictions, forfeit passport, wear an ankle monitor, check in daily. They did it to, a number of people.
But let's play this out. So let's just say later today or right now while we're talking, he's released with restrictions. He goes to his grandma's house. What risk is there to him, to his family, and to exposing who the actual pipe bomber is? What do you think, Viva?
Well, I think it comes out one way or the other.
We immediately find out. Let's just face it, reality. We immediately find out where that is. I get it. It's a gated community. Yeah, whatever. Next. Right?
Detaining him for his own safety isn't a lawful consideration. He would get security. But he would definitely be harassed.
Yeah, I'm not saying that, but I'm just.
No. So it's like, but I think he's set more at risk in detention than he is at liberty. Which is why I think they would, they must release him. Him being a risk, posing a, what is it? The word is unreasonable risk to the community. Bullshit. And you can limit that risk. No credit card, no social media, ankle monitor, check in daily. They're very easy to mitigate whatever risks they need. No, it's true.
That I agree with that if he is the sole actor.
Agreed. But people, they accuse it, they just throw names around, but Kyle does not believe he's involved at all. Or his theory is they just got the wrong guy, not involved at all. I can entertain both ideas, that he might have been involved, he might have had a handler, and his car might have appeared because someone else might have been driving it, or he might have been driving it to deliver something. There's ways to merge him being involved, but him being a patsy. I can understand people wanting to tie off loose ends. I'm not saying that I believe that's what happened with Seth Rich, but I believe that's what happened with Seth Rich. And so, things happen to people who are liabilities to the machine. So
I guess one theory would be that he is the guy, which I don't buy it, but let's just say he is the guy, and because he's cognitively, I guess, feeble, weak, I don't see a conviction happening. Because they're just going to say he's mentally incompetent to face punishment, right? They'll just put him in the mental ward.
I don't think they'll do that. They'll just say criminally not responsible and better supervision. Dominion After Dark.
It's a perfect patsy.
I know there's no, except for the evidence, but we'll get there. Since only voting has never in history changed a bad government into a good one, I want all MAGA fools to keep voting harder. It's a recurring theme. I think I remember this guy. the option to what the alternative to what this person's suggesting is not anything that I would ever suggest because that won't work either. So what you have to do is try to reach the people in power and reach the people. So
I guess our recommendation, I think, is unanimous. You, me. Do you think Kyle and Steve would agree that Judge Janine should go ahead and remove Jocelyn Valentine?
I think Judge Janine at this point should be removed from her position because it's an unforgivable mistake. It's not that they can't claim ignorance anymore. They couldn't claim ignorance.
Somebody a little bit more aggressive than me.
Well, people think like I'm going after what's her face, Pam Bondi. I tweeted someone earlier like I'm not angry that she's trying to take credit for these arrests and convictions that occurred under Biden's DOJ for the Minnesota fraud. My issue with her is she's been a failure on the three biggest things: the COVID stuff. Dr. Kirk Moore, Roger Vere's persecution went on forever. She never.
There's no COVID accountability. Well, she was she represented
Pfizer's counsel
in Florida.
Hey, we got a new Cave Johnson. Subscribe to the Viva Barnes Law. Okay, hold on, Ivan. You got 5 more minutes?
Yeah.
It's New Year's. I don't want to keep. We're gonna go
Let's
over
do
the locals.
No, I like very short. You play it for me all the time. I got to give you my.
I'm gonna give everyone
time and attention.
No, we got a celebration to get ready going on here, but what I'll do right now is I'm going to give everybody the link. Come to locals, and now we're going to go raid. Who are we going to raid? We're going to raid Patriot News, I guess, just because they're live. And I don't know if it's a live rebroadcast. Go raid Patriot News. 180 I feel like a little girl weighing. Oh, sorry. I'm looking at the stream where you're flexing your muscles. I thought that was my screen. No, here.
I gotta start working out again.
No, when I went to locals here, this is where we were at.
I did 20 pull-ups a couple days ago.
20? That's damn.
I could have probably done 10 more.
No, just that was not a non sequitur. When I was looking at the screen, you were flexing because I was on the replay, giving everyone the raid link. So get your butts on over. We're gonna have a few. We'll talk a little bit about Harmeet Dillon, whether or not she's gonna block me on Twitter. I think she likes me, but maybe I'm an asshole. Maybe I've turned into an asshole and don't see it. Okay, Rumble.
Delicate Dylan and Delicate Dan.
Well, and the Canadian hard ass. I don't know. Okay, Rumble. Happy New Year. See you on the flip side. And locals, we're gonna have our after party right now with Ivan and everyone else.
Mr. Secretary to you.
Secretary of Retribution, people. Ivan, sorry. Before we go, tell everybody on Rumble where they can find you.
Yeah, I'm on Rumble as well. Ivan Rakeland. I don't do regular broadcasts like you, but I do deep dive. And rebroadcast some of the stuff that I do. My more recent interviews that I did, I think you should take a look if you haven't yet, Viva.
On
John Guandolo was one, a long-form interview about his role as the liaison between WFO and the U.S. Capitol Police. That's in the J6 kind of vein. And then the second one, what did I just do? With Harrison Floyd. He was one of the guys that was weaponized in Georgia, remember? Arrested. And as we discussed, we connected the dots between. Remember when last time I was on, we talked about the subpoenas?
Yep.
Jack Smith on 4 of them. The 2 agents that were at the bottom of the subpoenas, one of them actually assaulted Harrison Floyd when he was trying to weaponize against him in February, I think, of 2023. So we go into deep dives. It's basically Pelosi failed at the J6 cover-up committee. They sent it over to Jackass Smith, and Jackass Smith also failed. I'm still undefeated. Let's go to the locals.
All right, done. Everybody on Rumble, Happy New Year.
I looked up CMOS. It's good for carrying your.
Yeah, this is Mom's.
Yeah. What's David's last name, dear?
Still get CMOS.
Somebody from Canada.
Isn't Mom's tissue box down there?
Can't move to Ohio, can't they?
Oh, that's been it, but Mom is trash can.
Oh, she always does.
Somebody from Canada can move to Ohio, can't they?
Huh?
Is it possible?
I don't know. He never said that he used to be American.
Okay.
Isn't Mom's tissue box under the bed over there, Jesse? You don't have to take it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know. I'll remember next time. I recommend all of us to drink CMOS. That would cure that virus that we have. I heard about it. Recommend it.
Okay.
So
what's that up to?
Because it helps eliminate sicknesses and viruses.
Okay, honey. What's that Amanda up to?
She took it now.
She's sleepy?
Yeah. Get the sea moss. It's worth it, even though
They're closed now anyway.
maybe another time.
I'm gonna go on my sled today.
Sea moss is drink. If you get sea moss drink, it's cheaper. It's $1 or something. Just get a few bottles of it.
I don't feel like going on the sled today.
Maybe another time.
They might be expensive too. I can't
Or
afford
they
it.
may raise the price. I don't know. It was on sale.
But we'll be all right.
What did you talk about?
I want that drink she
A
had.
healthy drink I tried just one time. You said it's good for
What are you
you.
talking about sledding?
Sea moss, if you drink,
Because it's supposed to snow outside.
Oh.
they recommend to drink it all the
Then
time.
I make sense. I don't want to go out on the sled just.
They recommend you drink it all the time.
I wanted to watch the prophecies, but I'm doing other things.
They recommend you drink it all the time. They recommend you drink it all the time.
What's it in? Is it in the gummies?
Maybe it is in the
Well,
gummies.
What
The game
else
has
is it?
absolutely no basis in
If you
reality.
read it, and you can check the gummies, go to the store. and
What
find
else are you talking
It's
about?
not where the gummies are, it's a drink.
It's also a drink that's good for you. But they said they
One
sell
man is
gummies,
being
too.
victimized
I
by
read that
our
on
own
YouTube.
government.
But if
One
you
man
get a drink,
whom they fear,
okay?
yet whom millions love. One man who is willing to take the poison arrows of lawfare. One man whose voice has been taken away by a corrupt judge operating in a corrupt system.
Yeah,
One man who has been ridiculed and insulted.
there's an hour and a half.
One man who refused to back down. One man who refused to back down.
I think that's the secret that sold this day of health.
One man
sea moss.
who refused
So they were
to
gonna
back
sell-
down.
We need some more of that. Say, wow.
One man who stands between
I
us
did,
and
it's
them.
fine, you have to get another bottle for it.
One man that wants to see America protected again.
Oh, it's got a countdown.
One man who wants to see America prosper
Oh,
again.
Yeah.
One man who understands that a man is a man
Not on Wednesday.
and a woman is a woman. One man who understands and protects the blessing of life. One man who wants to restore American exceptionalism. One man who once again wants to make America that shining city on a hill for all to see.
I wish that would
A
happen.
place where all the people of the world glowingly set their eyes upon. America.
Will
One
America
man
ever wake up?
who unashamedly wants to make America great again.
You gotta,
That one man
you can't.
is
Go on here, you got it.
Donald Trump.
How will we get healed?
Gotta stop killing babies.
I was saying this I stay healthy by taking these supplements. Talking about us. This I stay healthy. I know there's people that's doing the work and still they're unhealthy.
I've been killing they're killing the babies.
There's nothing wrong with people.
Killing the kids.
And that's sad, that's a shame.
It is. He just said that somebody, anybody that hurt his young one.
This is Fanfare with Barry Cunningham.
Hold the line!
There's no
Stay
way
with
to get
me.
punished for it.
Brothers,
Consequences for
what
that.
we doing live?
They should do that.
Echoes in
Hey,
eternity.
Jeff, you're talking nonstop.
Sorry.
Stretch them out, stretch
I
them out.
don't mind listening to you.
Alright, get a megaphone.
I've got a signal.
That's
Unleash
like you
hell.
got to for Christmas and Hanukkah. Right? You want to watch him?
I just want to see what's happening. I want to see prophecy thing.
Yeah, he's mutant. I don't hear him.
Somebody
He's
will
got
tell
a
me.
nice silent microphone.
He sure does.
Yeah.
Why didn't he talking?
Well, he's got chat on there, so somebody's going to mention to him.
Oh, I'm gonna write to Karen, get it here.
Do what?
I want to take my
gotta tell Karen I got the card from
Why don't you do it on the computer? I'm charging it.
Dude,
because I can't get
Barry
it
needs to turn on his microphone. Yes, okay. So I was getting everything set. So what I was saying is, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Happy New Year. I hope your year has been great. I hope your 2026 brings you continued health or improved health. I hope 2026 brings you prosperity. And I hope 2026 brings you back here as well. 2026 has been fantastic for us. I didn't think it would be like this, after the election. Many people were asking me back then, hey, what are you going to do now that the election's over? You're not going to have that much to talk about. Little did we know that President Trump would become just Herculean in what he was going to be doing. And I don't expect anything less in 2026. In fact, I think 2026 is going to be even busier. I want you to grasp that. But I think 2026 is going to be even busier. So that little intro I played, which was probably about 35 or 40 seconds, actually it was 43 seconds. I want to play that again. Just 43 seconds. Because I want this to really sink in. I wanted to greet everybody. Maybe I should have greeted everybody before I played that intro. But now that you're settled in, we've all shook hands, patted each other on the back. Hey, great job, you guys all did. But your job's not over. Your job is not over by this much. You are going to be called upon even for more in 2026. Whatever effort you had put forth in 2025 and in November of 2024 or helping President Trump get elected on a campaign, whatever that was, is going to be pale in comparison to what they're going to expect and need from you in 2026. And I'm going to explain to you why. There's a very simple explanation as to why you are going to have to do more. But let's listen to this intro, as short as it is, and listen to what's said.
Hold the line. Stay with me. Brothers, what we doing live?
Yeah. So I'll go ahead and write.
Echoes in eternity.
I'll go ahead and write that I got.
Stretch them out. Stretch them out. I want to signal. Unleash hell.
I did not.
That video wasn't put together by me, wasn't put together by anybody you know on X, wasn't put together by Dilly, who makes a whole bunch of videos like that. That was put out by the White House themselves. That was put out at the personal direction of President Trump. And if you saw the text on the screen, now...
Oh, I'll write to Karen personally. Did anybody else write back to Karen yet? I wonder.
I don't know, just have to go back to the emails and see it.
Okay.
I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, just click the arrow back. Now I'll see what I can do here.
What does it do?
31st, okay, it's there.
We don't want to miss the shows, Jess. We might want to turn on the local TV and do living room.
What's on the local TV?
We're counting down to
Ryan
2016.
Seacrest.
Okay.
Ryan Seacrest.
Okay.
Okay, we'll see what it's like.
What you watching on here?
Prophesize.
Watching the prophecy.
Let's go to see if Flashpoint's on there.
Tammy Wagner, Terry Strange, Denise Brewer, and my husband David Whited. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much for all of the time that you put in. I received a text as Dawn was putting the last information together, and I saw something from Terry Strange come in. I think it was like 1 o'clock in the morning or 1:30 in the morning. Truly, just the contributors are working to help to put together this prophetic report, and I am so thankful, and I know that you are as well. I also want to do a shout out to the sponsor of the show, and that is Patriot Mobile. When you go to patriotmobile.com/flyover, right now, today is the last day for their deal of 2 months of free service when you sign up with Patriot Mobile, and then after that, it is 1 month, but right now is a really great deal with 2 months. So if you have time to do it today, it is a great opportunity. Check out this quick commercial. Merry Christmas, Flyover family. Have we got a gift for you?
You know, we were in an Uber car the other day, and I was talking with a guy about our age. It was kind of funny reminiscing about the days where you had to wait at home for somebody to call. You wanted to go with your friends somewhere, and you're like, I can't. I'm waiting on an important call. We talked about, you know, the day we got push button phones.
I know.
Experienced the
But
same
you
thing.
told me to go
And
back
all
to
those
see if
things
I
have
can find the
evolved
others
a
that really
lot
took
over
her.
the years. Now you got a phone on you wherever you go. Most people don't even have a landline. And it happens so fast, we don't realize that a large part of what we're paying to these providers every month are going to the very things that undermine our values on a daily basis. They're going to fund LGBT pride parades. They're going to fund curriculums. They're going to fund a lot of things that work against the values that we kind of fight for every single day on this show. But there is an alternative, and we're very excited about it.
We partnered with patriotmobile.com. When you go to patriotmobile.com/flyover, they have a huge deal going on right now. When you use the promo code HOLIDAY25, you get 2 months free. Now, you're talking about a company that has 4 pillars that are very powerful, things that we support as patriots. Number 1, freedom of speech. Number 2, supports the right to bear arms. Number 3, unwavering commitment to the sanctity of life. And number 4, they support the military and first responders.
They may say, would they provide the same service that I'm used to? They actually have the ability to change based on your area if you want to use AT&T systems or Verizon systems or T-Mobile systems. And within our family, we've been using Patriot Mobile for a couple of years, and we've changed a couple of times, even where we go deer hunting, and in some places it's hard to get the same signal, and so we changed providers, and it cleared that up just simply with a phone call. So you have the options to get whatever service. You're not bottlenecked into one based on where you live. You can get any one that you want. So you have these kind of adjustments to get the best quality service based on your signal availability, but not be funding things that you're against each and every month. Actually have that money going towards things that are actually taking ground and doing positive work in the world.
And you're talking to people that are based here in the United States. They're either going to be in Texas or California, but you're talking to somebody that you can completely understand. So you want to go to patriotmobile.com/flyover, but do it between now and December 31st, because if you do that, you get the first 2 months for free when you use the promo code HOLIDAY25. Okay, so if you're watching the show today, which is December 31st, New Year's Eve, you get that special. You just, again, HOLIDAY25 is the promo code that you would use. If you're watching this after the 31st and you're already into 2026, no problem. You still get a free month when you go to patriotmobile.com/flyover. Just use the promo code flyover after that to get the 1 month free with patriotmobile.com, or you can simply call 972-PATRIOT. Again, 972-PATRIOT. You'll be talking to somebody in California or Texas. So again, you'll be able to completely understand them, and they are really great people at patriotmobile.com. Very excited about that partnership. Also, last week I talked about the book that David and I put together with the Flyover team called 52 Date Night Ideas, and the response was overwhelming. Thank you guys so much for your incredible response. It's absolutely free, just so you know, and it's delivered directly to your email. All you have to do is go to prosperousmarriage.com, and this has 52 date night ideas. So David and I have been married for 32 years. We'll be 33 years in March. We are passionately in love with each other, and the key to that is that we continue doing what we were doing when we were dating, and that was actually a date night every single week. And so we have 52 date night ideas, and here's some of the chapters. At home date night ideas, outdoor and adventurous date night ideas, foodie date nights, creative and cultural date nights, budget friendly date nights, special occasion and splurge date nights, and how to make your date nights actually happen. And then we even have, if you're, let's say you've been married for 10 years and you're like, what do we even talk about? All we talk about is the kids. Well, there's
Okay.
creative ideas of starting conversations that will rabbit trail into something else besides just your children. And so it's just a really, really cool book that's absolutely free to you when you go to prosperousmarriage.com, fill out your information. Again, an overwhelming response. We just want to make sure you all knew this week. Again, it is available if you would like the free book at prosperousmarriage.com. All right, I also want to make sure you guys know that on Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Central, my mentor, Ginger Ziegler, is teaching us how to pray and intercede prophetically. These are very powerful sessions. They're about an hour, and she breaks down what is being talked about in the prophetic report, and then how do we actually prophetically pray about it. I am learning so much. If I can't catch it at 3 o'clock on Wednesdays, I'm going back and watching it the next day or over the weekend whenever I have the time, and I'm praying and interceding into the prophetic words that are coming out of this prophetic report. Ginger's been in ministry for over 40 years, and she has, with a team of people, prayed and held off and stopped events from coming that were like 9/11, hundreds of them that God showed her back in the early 90s. I believe it was 1991 that he called her to start interceding and praying for our nation. She is a powerful prayer warrior. And so a lot of times in order to learn from something like that, you have to be close enough vicinity to be able to be there at their meetings. And she is teaching us how to do this by going to her Rumble or her YouTube, and it's Ginger Ziegler. Ginger Ziegler, Ziegler. Make sure you are a part of that. I am absolutely loving it. All right, so what are the prophets saying? I'm going to first take you to a good friend of ours. His name is Trey Smith. On December the 28th, 2025, he put out something on social media that I think is extremely important. Now, something to know about Trey, he's very close to the Clement family. So he started working with the Clement family when he was back in high school. Obviously learned a lot from Kim Clement. He's a friend of Donnae's, and he put out this on X, and it says, "Gold and silver, I feel strong that the transformation year Kim Clement was speaking about in 2026. Major things not yet completed in the prophecy, exposing of incredible evil at the top of government." We're going to be talking about that today. Highly embarrassing moments. Nation that was waging new kind of war comes suddenly. And then Islam take over exposed. Man, we are learning a lot about that. And then he said, and Kim was very, very worried about around the end of his life, specifically about New York. Check out this quick video he had on his X.
Mystery, you're a mystery, says the Lord. A mystery is look at the thing which is able to morph. The caterpillar. What is this that is being spoken? There is gold and there is silver. And there are those that are waiting upon.
Right now it's disappeared.
I can see it, I can see it. They are wells. There are 8 wells that are going to be unstopped. These wells shall bring a great provision to the people who are receptive.
You got until midnight though tomorrow night.
Yes, of the things that the prophet has spoken. Was it not Jesus who said, cast your net to the right side of the boat?
Let me go get on the computer and I'll log
How
in on my
hastily
login
and
and then you
speedily
look in there and AOL.
fish moved from one side to the other and gathered
I
around
didn't
their
know
boat.
racing.
Was it not Jesus who
Touch
said,
something.
cast your net into the deep?
They didn't race it. I just
Fished
clicked
all night
going
long
back.
and caught nothing. Many of you are watching and saying, we have fished, we have labored, we have been industrious, but we have caught nothing. God says there will be a shift, when there will be a gathering together of the things that will provide for my people.
Log into my
And into
account
this
and then you
nation
can
that they have said will lose
look through.
credit. I will
Try to look through
unveil
AOL.
things in politically, and I will catch them with their pants down, and I will say enough. Before humility has come, I will then begin to operate through the humble, says the Spirit of God.
That's weird. I read that.
I read it too.
We did have this thing here?
I kind of sort of read it.
Where did it go? How did it disappear?
I don't know. I just clicked going back. so I can see who else goes to Karen.
Well, I hope I don't have haven't been hacking.
Mama?
Okay.
And to go for show? I guess Dad calls me. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's the end of the prophecy. Right?
Go watch it. It wasn't classic.
Okay.
Cool. And my coffee's probably cool, but I'll drink it. Wanker.
So,
What?
hi, Charlie. Good being there.
He's not we're not throwing away anything or.
Theater. I can call it. Sweetie. Crispy's on the pill. Aww.
I don't know what I did with my phone.
I don't know. Made some tea. What? Your purse?
I'm also looking for my tweezers.
Tweezers? So I couldn't find the Ryan Seacrest New Year's Eve thing. Where's it at? Guess it's not on there.
Well, look for it after wall.
After a while. Oh, where's your purse, Mom?
What?
I'll move it out of the way.
I'm throwing it all underneath the computer thing.
Don't get upset. I'll clear it all away.
Alright, thank you. Back it up in the trash can.
No. No, I'm not going to do that. That'd be mean. Where do I put this at?
Let's see. Right here.
Okay. I didn't know he wanted room.
Oh, that's
He's working on
that one thing that covers your trash can. It's a trash bag.
Yeah. So. Clear the tray so I don't get upset. I moved the tray so we don't get upset. Doing something on the computer.
Probably, yes.
You can do it through my login, right?
Yeah. Oh, that dog.
What is this doing up here?
Mama, what should I do with this sack? Mom?
I think. Is there anything in there?
Nothing, it's empty.
Okay, try it out.
I don't know what it is.
There's the country shed.
Oh,
I might as well check the link later.
I can't believe Karen said Brian Seacrest, she's not watching country one.
Oh, it's not. Okay, the one I got. This is the one. Made some hot tea.
Oh, that's like the Olympic stuff there. Oh. You know, they're going to talk about that dumb movie Wicked.
Wicked.
I'm turning it. Yucky too.
Is that what they're showing?
Yeah, that's not the Brian Seacrest on
22. So you got the wrong channel.
And
Couldn't believe they talked about Wicked. Was
well, there it is.
Well, that's what they're playing. Fuck.
Yeah. New Year's rockin' me.
I guess they call it that even for 2025 and 2026.
That's right. Now, my first.
I think you're saving a piece of pie.
I already gave you one.
I mean, big pizza now.
Leave it alone.
Can you make out what they're singing?
No.
I couldn't either.
I'll turn on Andy Griffith.
I thought American Bandstand was gonna take over.
Dick Hart died. I can watch Roku.
Oh well.
Whatever I want.
The only thing I'll miss is the ball dropping, but I just can't believe they would
You're not going to miss it. I'm going to turn it on when it gets time for it to drop.
the right one station for sure. 26.
That's the point.
That music, I don't know why they can't do anything better like old classics back.
I might be able to find it on channel 16.
Them singers can do better than that because they kind of walk and dance kind of weird.
But just look around for my phone.
And they dance kind of weird.
Yeah, they do. I think so.
They could do better than that. Acting like that all the time.
It's under a pillow. I know it was over there earlier.
It looked like to me they've been like that.
There it is. I knew it was there the whole time.
It looked like they've been like that in 2025.
Probably has. Give me that remote control.
This one here?
Yep, that's the one.
You think Ryan Seacrest likes those kind of music?
Probably. Hey, it's on now, the box. So let's see what happens. Oh-ho. Every time I turn the TV off, it turns the cable box off.
Oh.
And that's what I'm noticing.
Is that too?
And then the cable box comes on when I turn the TV off.
Oh.
It's crazy. Let me try.
It's weird.
Well, don't point it at the TV, point it at the cable box.
Okay.
Hold it down below the TV.
Went off again.
I didn't see Ryan Seacrest anywhere. Maybe he was somewhere.
Oh, now it's working. You're right, David. That's what I had to do. Okay.
I didn't see Ryan Seacrest anywhere. Maybe he was somewhere else.
That's because he'll come on after they get done singing. Don't you know he's an announcer?
Oh yeah, I forgot.
That's what the deal is.
Oh, he just got songs he's stuck with. He might probably like them.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? I don't
I don't
know.
have to watch the whole show, yeah.
They kind of dance kind of weird. Something we're not used to.
Oh, yeah.
The rap.
Does it bother me?
No. Some people
You
like.
ought to be used to it. They have it every year. Okay?
Some people like it, I guess.
That's true.
Everybody's different.
Absolutely, they are.
I'm not downing it. It's just different this year. It's like last year. They just dress a little different. Kind of hip hop. Kind of like the.
Yeah, they dress inappropriate.
They do, like prostitutes. That's what I consider them, though.
I'm having trouble with that internet keeps going out.
Yeah, that's probably because maybe there's a whole bunch of people on the computer.
Yeah, you know why they kind of.
I know.
You know why they kind of turned me off? Because they look like prostitutes. It's because they don't dress right.
Not everybody watch what they want to watch, but we don't have to watch it, so we don't have to worry.
Normal women back then wear dresses and gowns long down the. I know, usually.
You don't have to do it.
You know, like.
The other people do what they want, but you know.
Maybe eventually they'll change their way.
You can't make people do it.
They'll have to do it on their own.
That's right, we don't complain.
Yeah, they want to do what they want. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm not pushing anyone around.
It is fine,
I just say my own thing.
Okay, now you're done.
So,
Let me know if you see tweezers anywhere. There might be some where Charlie's laying down. Look on that shelf over there.
what shelf though? Oh, there it is.
All right, it is. That's what I'm looking for. Thank you, Jessica. Get rid of this around my mouth.
We used to like songs like that, but now we like old baby boomer songs or American Bandstand.
Yeah.
I know I talk about it, but that's why I said that.
I'm not one. Happy New Year.
Yeah, we'll be happy.
Yeah, I'm happy.
Yeah, you're right. It's just different this year. That's all.
I didn't think I did. That's weird. I didn't do that, dear. Okay. It's gonna be alright there now.
I don't know, I'm not sure now. Keep wondering why my fingers were still wet. Look at the keyboard, is wet.
Well, I hope a glass wasn't up there or something.
My favorite cartoon is that platypus cat that says Heaven's a Betsy. It's funny. Happy New Year. I love that. You can't shout it until the ball drops.
I'll go outside and see if we see snow out in the back porch.
Of course.
Go out and check it out.
There's Barney worrying about stuff.
Now it's good getting here sometime.
Maybe I can try to pay the credit card, you know, then I just pay it right back when I get paid, right?
You can. Yeah, you could do it that way.
I have to see if it'll let me add it to it.
Uh-oh, Andy looks like he's upset with
Yeah, we're
Barney.
talking about how to pay the rent, but you can watch this quietly, okay?
Okay, it's just funny. One about the girl. I Oh no. Uh-oh.
conclusion adjusted. Wonder. Well, what do you do now? Of course, we could always take photographs.
We'll try to get them back.
This whole thing is due to you, Mr. Fix-It. You need everything. You know that, Barney. Now, wait a minute. If you hadn't brought them silly girls in there in the first place, we wouldn't be in this mess. And you started the whole stupid thing. Thomas was working again.
Well, Andy's just fed up with Barney talking about girls while they're trying to get Mama Lou and Helen Trump back, right?
Oh, there's Mary Michelle.
You found her?
Yeah, this is where it's from.
This is funny. So, it's Griffin.
Oh, yeah, we're talking about something else.
Okay.
I saw it, then it flipped off because I wasn't in it.
So, I was thinking.
Yeah, where'd she live?
You and Bonnie go to the dance, and they'll be waiting for you to go off and go dance, and you'll all be set.
I'm not playing a game. Just as we were staying here on the kid.
Weird, I saw it. It disappeared.
Did you ready? Barney, I'm not going to a dance and stand in a stag line with old man Schwab. We're not going to stand. What?
Alright, did it that time. Uh-oh, he wasn't supposed to do that. He's trouble.
There it is, it's under old email.
Okay.
That's right, I showed you her email on there, then just started playing tricks on it.
I know, and then I was gonna see if anybody else wrote to Karen.
She's the last one of the new email, so nobody else sent anything after her. Alright?
Okay, I'll just write in there then.
Alright. There it is, my friend, do it.
Okay.
You're already in there.
Alrighty, okay.
When did they write that? December 31st. She was replying to something that Tom Grellick sent her. And you were in there for Tom Grellick, so you're already in there.
Okay, Pride from Tom Benner. One of Tom Benner.
Let's see if I can find it. So, what did you send to, you put in here, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, so everyone, and thanks for sending a picture of Tom of your dog. That was from Tom Benner there, you wrote to.
I guess I did. Did I write that?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll write somewhere else to let Justin know that, I'll let Karen know that I got Justin's card.
That was worse than ever.
I bet it's because everybody's been on there. That's, you know, it's all filled up. A lot of people are on the computer at the same time, right?
So we were in the, so I thought we were in the email. That's, Henry, the old mail, let's see. right? You wanna sit down and look at it? Let me show you what I got here.
Just read it.
I'm gonna get in and see my TV show.
I thought you could read it.
I thought you wanted to send stuff. I said, here, where we at?
I thought I'd send it, go ahead and send it in a different area, dear.
Okay, are you gonna send it with AOL or what?
I'll probably send it with Yahoo or something like that, dear.
Okay, I'll go ahead and log out then.
Go ahead, dear. Thanks for finding it, too.
Yeah, she says the old saying is time flies when you're having fun. The 2025 must have been really, really fun for us because it definitely flew. Wishing y'all a happy new year. That sure did fly by.
I know.
This sent Bob Atkins, Betty Atkins, John Benner, John Ryan,
Cheryl.
John and Tracy, Ryan, Sharon McGowan, Christina Rock,
Paula.
Paul Meyer, Terry Atkins, Steve Wilson, Terry Fritz, Steve Nichols, Daryl Nichols, Bob Benner. This Mom Benner comes from a place called Safe Haven, Lord.
I know.
Does that sound like a home or something?
Yeah, it sure does. I was telling you that, David.
But, well, that's not really his, where he's at, though. That's just his email address.
And the thing is, he didn't make sense with his writing either.
There's his email about his dog. Doesn't show anybody else. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. You can just send us up from
Okay, did you want me to go ahead and make the pork chops tonight?
Oh yeah, that's right. The last time we celebrated right after the New Year's, right?
Yeah, and the mashed potatoes and sauerkraut.
Yeah, I just eat meat, probably.
Okay, but you like the sauerkraut, yeah.
I forgot about that. We're definitely gonna say it's midnight tonight.
Yes, we are. It's weird. I a lot of times make all that right at midnight.
Okay, I'm gonna turn this keyboard upside down.
I gotta throw away that beef that's in there, but I've got some other kinds of meats. So we're supposed to get snow tomorrow.
Tomorrow? New Year's Eve snow?
In fact, go outside and see if it's snowing now, Jessica.
I'll take a look.
Because it might have started at 8 o'clock.
Maybe. Maybe.
You know, I like the nut crackers that's in a bowl, you know. And you put the nut in there and you just turn it and so it cracks.
Why don't they sell it somewhere?
I don't know, we used to have one, I mean, a long time ago when
Let's see if we can
I was
find
a
one.
kid. Anyway.
A nutcracker?
Let's see if we can find one.
Oh.
I guess maybe 10:30 might. No, I think 10 o'clock would be soon enough to start
all the meat and everybody. But thank you. Potatoes.
Kind of remind me of the American Bandstand, that music they played on
Yeah, it is, didn't it?
on the Andy Griffith Show.
Everybody brought a big jar of it.
Oh, look out there. Check. My goodness, it is snowing. This is wild. It's all that snow. It's on the ground. Mom, it is snowing out there.
Jessica says it is snowing outside.
I already checked.
Huh?
Already checked.
Is it real hard?
Kind of pouring. I couldn't stay out there too long because I don't have a coat. I'll better come in.
It's heavy snow, huh?
Yeah, pouring out. It feels like a refrigerator, but I should come in.
Get in here then.
Probably.